Now, just imagine. You've got $30,000 sitting in your business bank account right now, but tomorrow you might not be able to pay your employees. Sound impossible? Or what about this scenario? You walk into your favorite local restaurant on a busy Friday night. The place is packed. Servers are rushing around taking orders. The kitchen is firing on all cylinders, and money is clearly flowing in. But 3 months later, you drive by and see a for lease sign in the window. How does a business that seems so successful suddenly disappear? The answer lies in something most business owners completely misunderstand until it's too late. Cash flow. Welcome to the wild world of cash flow, where profitable businesses can go broke and struggling companies can thrive. We're about to blow your mind with how money really moves through your business. Here's the thing that keeps most business owners awake at 3 in the morning. They think having money in the bank means they're doing great. But here's the truth. Profit on paper means absolutely nothing if you can't pay your bills when they're due. That's the difference between profit and cash flow. And understanding this difference is what separates successful business owners from those who are constantly stressed about money. Let's start with the basics. Cash flow is simply the movement of money in and out of your business over time. Think of it like water flowing through pipes in your house. Sometimes the water flows fast, sometimes it's a trickle, and sometimes those pipes get clogged. When your cash flow pipes get clogged, that's when panic sets in. Here's a real example we see all the time. Sally runs a marketing agency. In January, she lands a huge client worth $50,000. On paper, her January looks incredible, her biggest month ever. But here's the catch. That client doesn't actually pay until March. And meanwhile, Sally has to pay her team, her office rent, and all her other expenses in January and February. Even though she's technically profitable, she's scrambling to cover her bills. Let's walk through another example. You own a small manufacturing company that makes custom furniture. You receive an order for $10,000 worth of office furniture. You immediately need to spend $3,000 on materials and another $2,000 on labor costs. So you've invested $5,000 up front. You deliver the furniture, but your customer has 30-day payment terms. That means you won't see the $10,000 for another month. During that month, you still need to pay rent, utilities, insurance, and other ongoing expenses. If you have multiple orders in progress, you might have tens of thousands of dollars tied up in work that hasn't been paid for yet. This is why profitable businesses can still struggle with cash flow. This is what we call the cash flow gap, and it's the silent killer of profitable businesses. You can be making money hand over fist, but if the timing doesn't line up, you're in trouble. We've seen companies with million-dollar revenues go under because they couldn't bridge a 60-day cash flow gap. Now let's flip that scenario. Meet Tom, who runs a subscription-based software company. His customers pay him upfront for the whole year, but he delivers his service month by month. Even though his profit margins are lower than Sally's agency, he's got cash sitting in his account all year long. Tom sleeps well at night, while Sally's checking her bank balance every morning with sweaty palms. The key insight here is that cash flow isn't just about how much money you make. It's about when you make it versus when you spend it. This timing difference creates what we call cash flow patterns, and every business has them. Let's talk about the 3 types of cash flow patterns we see. First, there's positive cash flow, where more money comes in than goes out. This sounds great, but don't get too excited yet. Positive cash flow can mask serious problems. We worked with a restaurant owner who had positive cash flow every month, but he was slowly eating into his equipment replacement fund. 6 months later, when his kitchen equipment died, he had no money to replace it. Then there's negative cash flow, where you're spending more than you're bringing in. This isn't always bad. Sometimes you're investing in growth, buying inventory, or making strategic purchases. Amazon ran negative cash flow for years while building their empire. The trick is knowing whether your negative cash flow is an investment or a leak. The third pattern is lumpy cash flow, where money comes in big chunks, followed by dry spells. Construction companies live this reality every day. They might get a huge payment when they finish a project, followed by weeks of expenses with no income. Managing lumpy cash flow is like being a squirrel. You've got to save during the good times to survive the lean ones. Here's where most business owners get tripped up. They confuse revenue timing with expense timing. Your expenses are usually predictable and regular. Payroll every 2 weeks, rent every month, suppliers every 30 days. But your revenue, that's often unpredictable and irregular. This mismatch creates stress, and stress creates bad decisions. Let's look at another example. Mike runs a landscaping business. Every spring he gets a flood of new contracts, but he has to buy equipment and hire seasonal workers before he gets paid. His cash flow looks terrible in March and April, amazing in May and June, and then drops off in winter. Mike learned to manage this by setting aside money during his peak months to cover his slow season. The restaurant industry shows us another cash flow reality. Daily revenue might look steady, but think about the timing. You buy ingredients on Monday, prepare meals all week, serve customers on Friday night, and they pay with credit cards that don't hit your account until the following Tuesday. Meanwhile, you've got to pay your staff every Friday. See the problem? This is why we always tell business owners to track their cash flow patterns over at least 12 months. You need to understand your natural rhythms before you can manage them effectively. Some businesses are seasonal, some are cyclical, some are project-based. Each pattern requires different strategies. Smart business owners create what we call cash flow buffers. These are reserves of cash specifically designed to smooth out the bumps. The general rule is to have enough cash to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses, but the real number depends on your specific cash flow pattern. If you're in a highly seasonal business, you might need 9 months of reserves. Here's a strategy that transformed one of our clients' businesses. Instead of waiting to get paid, they started offering small discounts for immediate payment. A 2% discount for paying within 10 days versus net 30 terms. This simple change improved their cash flow so dramatically that they could invest in growth opportunities they'd been passing up for months. Another powerful technique is called cash flow forecasting. This isn't just budgeting, it's predicting exactly when money will hit your account and when bills will need to be paid. We recommend looking at least 90 days ahead, week by week. This gives you early warning of potential problems and helps you make better decisions about when to make purchases or take on new expenses. The most successful business owners treat cash flow management like a core business skill, not just an accounting task. They understand that good cash flow management gives them options. When opportunities arise, they can act quickly. When problems hit, they can weather the storm. But here's what most people miss. Cash flow management is just one piece of the operational excellence puzzle. The businesses that truly thrive are the ones that systematically identify and eliminate friction points throughout their entire operation. They optimize everything from how they acquire customers to how they deliver their products or services. That's exactly what we cover in our comprehensive guide to operational excellence. This isn't just theory. It's a step-by-step blueprint that shows you how to identify the friction points that are costing you time, money, and peace of mind. We'll send you this complete guide absolutely free when you click the link in the description below. And if you're ready to take the next step and learn how to set up your entire business for success, so that you run your business instead of your business running you, we've got something special for you. Our comprehensive business course takes small to medium-sized business owners through the exact systems and strategies that transform chaotic operations into smooth-running machines. You can access more information about this course by clicking on the next video or the link in the description. Don't let cash flow challenges or operational friction hold your business back any longer. Take action today and start building the business you've always dreamed of. One that works for you, not against you.